Let's bring in our next guest, sponsor of the Buzz, Solar Negotiators, Chris Moran. Chris, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good.
What's happening? What's new in the solar world?
Boy, the solar industry changes constantly.
It does, doesn't it?
It really, really does. From whatever's being offered to new marketing options, and it's a good product and it has a good payoff. There's right and wrong ways to do it, but it's an exciting industry.
There's so many different angles. I hear things all over town. What's real and what's not real?
Right. Well, you have a lot of large companies that are really accountable to their shareholders, and these are publicly traded companies. And their option is, hey, let us become your new utility company. We want
So are you like plumbing companies and stuff are getting into the solar?
You know, you've got roofers, air conditioning guys, builders, plumbing guys, electricians that are all kind of migrating to solar. But you know, really, there's kind of two sides of solar. And you've got, like I said, the large companies that want to put the panels on your roof, and then you pay them for the next 20 years. Mm-hmm. They're pretty much doing a hostile takeover of your rooftop. And probably by saying that, you can probably tell which option I prefer for our clients, right. And that's ownership. When you take the necessary funds, if you're not going to pay cash, and you finance the system, you get all of the benefits, all of the savings. And the simplest way I can put it is leasing your solar or having another company put it on the roof and you pay them versus purchasing, okay? Those companies make 4 times as much money when you lease versus when you purchase.
I leased a car once.
Right.
It was great for the term,
right.
Not so great when I went to go turn
exactly.
it in.
What's your money really doing for
Nothing.
you? No, it's not. It's not. So you can have, let's say, an average bill of, hey, my summer bill is $450 and my winter bill is $180. My average is $250. You know, I need enough solar to eliminate that. Okay, well let's put this together then. Let's design a system to eliminate that bill or 98% of that bill, and let's do a 12-year loan with no money out of pocket, and your new fixed payment is $170. So that's $70 lower than what you were paying, $80
right.
lower, and it's only for 12 years. Right, and you add those payments up. You take the tax credit money you get back.
Because it's still at 30%?
There's a 30% federal tax credit.
Wow.
Those leasing companies keep that if you lease. So you don't get that.
Ooh.
So that money is meant to go to the homeowner. It's meant to help assist with the purchase, to subsidize it. And so if you take the sum total of the payments that you're going to make on that loan to your own bank, this is through you and your own bank privately, the payments might be a total of $24,000 over 12 years versus the exact same system size with a leasing option. You might pay as much as $65,000 to $70,000 over 20 years, and you don't even own it.
At the end, you have nothing. At the end of it, what happens? They can take it off your roof?
Well, that's the big question. Is what do they do? Yeah, I can buy it for fair market value. That's the verbiage they use in their contracts. And it's, well, who's going to determine what fair market value of a solar system is 20 years from now? Luckily, solar lasts for decades.
Well, yeah. Well, hopefully it gets better and better, and it's not worth much.
But
right?
you've already. Well, in some ways,
right.
You've got the depreciation, but you've paid for that system 3 or 4 times already, and now I have to buy it from you again.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. It makes a lot of sense for the solar companies. It makes no sense for the client.
Are you having people wiping out their PG&E bill?
Yeah, and the higher your bill is, the faster the payback is. But yes, we cannot eliminate the gas bill, unfortunately. And there are something called minimum electric charges, which range between $4 and $7 a month. That really can't be avoided. It's the cost of staying connected.
Grid.
That's the grid charge, pretty much. Yep.
Okay. How long until houses are going to be able to store their own energy and get away from the PG&E?
That is a phenomenal question. You've got Elon Musk and Solar City building that big, huge battery plant out in Reno.
Tesla.
Yep. You know, and it's who's going to build the better battery? Who's going to build that better mousetrap? And I get the call all the time. Hey, I want to be completely away from the power grid. I want to store my own power. I hate the power company. Yada yada. You know, the problem is battery storage is a problem. And you've got all these electric cars and lithium-ion battery technology that's helping assist getting away from just having massive stores of battery banks. And I get the call consistently. And I say, wait a few more years, 3 or 4 more years. Let the cost come down. Let the technology improve. And then, going solar now with a grid-tied system is going to pay for itself. And integrate that battery storage backup later. My guess, and this is just from my experience in the industry, is 3 to 5 years you're going to start seeing that a lot more.
And they'll get smaller and smaller, safer and safer.
I believe so,
because
yes.
I think right now the big thing is, man, we don't want anything to happen to those batteries on our property.
They can be dangerous. So and I'm not the equipment expert engineer guy, but I mean that's just what we've seen, and those are the whispers we hear, and that's from just staying up to date on industry news.
You guys do it different. It's brilliant the way you do it, but tell the people how you do it, how you save them money.
Sure. So most companies, we're not a solar contracting company. We don't have a license to install solar. However, we are a solar company that assists people in getting solar. And the way it works is, so you got as many as 80 solar contracting companies just in the Central Valley. And that's a lot. I mean, it's saturated. We are kind of on this island by ourselves in the way we handle it. We are a broker or a sales agency for several local solar companies. They use us to fill up empty gaps in their schedules. Hey, we'd rather work for 70% off than not work at all. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a Priceline for hotel rooms. Right. We're also kind of like Lending Tree for mortgages. When banks compete for your mortgage, you win. Same concept. These contractors in our network are local, well-established companies. We are registered salespeople.
So you don't work with just anybody?
No, not just anybody. No, we don't have 30 contractors, and we have some contractor auction with our clients' information. We work very closely with these companies. We know the owners of them. We've worked with them for many years. And so they give us that off time on their books. And that allows me to give you pricing for the same high-quality install from a local company with the same high-quality equipment at a lower price. And it just makes sense. We take on the risk of marketing and getting the word out and securing clientele and helping them understand their investment, helping them understand and how to compare options. We truly are an objective source of information, and there's no fee for our service. Mm-hmm. So if you go out and get 5 bids for the exact same stuff, and those 5 bids range between $26,000 and $32,000, and we come in at 21, we're paid out of that 21 to manage the project. So you go with the 21 because it's $5,000 cheaper than anyone else for the same stuff. But our contractors are still making money, obviously, or they wouldn't be doing it. You're getting phenomenal installation, usually faster installation time, and you're paying a lot less for it. And you have kind of an advocate in us, kind of like a solar real estate agent, if you will. It's like, hey, we're getting paid, you know that, but you're not the one paying us. And you get what you want, which is the best product at the lowest price.
I had door to door. These solar guys are going door to door. I got this guy comes walking up the other day. Looks like he's been on a 3-day drunk. Right, his shirt's hanging out half over here and everything. And he comes up and I catch him out front before he can come to the door. I said, "Hey, how can I help you?" He says, "I'm here to help you because I talked to so and so down the street and they sent me over here because they want you to have the solar just like they did." And this person's name that they used, I never ever talked to these people. There's no way they would have said to come down. And I say to him, "No, it's okay. I'm using solar negotiators." And you know what he does? He comes out and starts ripping on you guys. So number one, I will not work with anybody that says bad things about their competition. Right. That's just not the way I like to do business.
Doesn't look good.
But he started saying things about your company that I know to not be true.
Right.
And he said that one thing was there's no warranty and there's no maintenance so clear that up just in case he's watching.
Absolutely. A couple years ago, we realized that the solar gold rush that you're seeing right now, the boom will kind of taper off. The tax credit will expire in a few years, and that is a large part of what makes all this make sense. So a few years ago, we started a sister company, a maintenance company that does cleaning and long-term warranty packages. So first of all, we actually have a third-party warranty where other companies don't. Mm-hmm. So that is definitely not true. And the contractors we work with have the standard 10-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, which is an umbrella coverage of all the equipment, labor, roof penetrations, everything's covered. That's really industry standard. So no, it's common. We've heard a lot of competitors try to badmouth us. We try never to do that ourselves. That doesn't look good. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, the pricing is really high, and they have clientele that are electing to give us a call. Mm-hmm. And we don't hard sell or pressure, but people are smart. Customers are intelligent people. They do their homework these days, and it's apples to apples, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, $12,000 difference. that's real money, and the competitors are not real happy about the fact that our pricing is pretty competitive.
He used the formula before that other people's quotes were 25, 26,000. Yours came in at 21. I'm sitting here thinking, with a 30% tax credit, it's down to 14.
That's right. Your net cost is 14. And if you're
do you get that money back even though you're financing it?
Well, yeah, the federal government doesn't care how you're paying for your system. So if you pay cash, let's say your $250 a month bill, we offset that. That's $3,000 a year. And if you've got $14,000 net cost after you recover your tax credit, $3,000 a year times 4.5 years, you've made all your money back in 4.5 years.
And if you take that $7,000 back from the government, put it to your loan, it's a simple interest loan. You knock it right back down,
and
too.
you actually can knock the payment down. And the best example I've ever had, and I see this consistently, people with a $500 average bill out in the county, a well and lots of space and there's high bills, no money out of pocket, 12-year option, 2.99% interest with a fixed payment after they take their tax credit money and put it back on the loan. Their monthly payment was $246. So literally chopped their bill in half for no money out of pocket, instant savings, and someday there's a light at the end of the tunnel that says, I'm going to be free and clear of this from the bank, and I'm going to be saving $6,000 a year for the rest of my life. Solar makes sense. It's just become a bad word to a lot of people because they're sick of the marketing, they're sick of the door-to-door, they're sick of being confused, and that's where we try to come in, is just to be an objective source of information. And we help between 25 and 40 clients a month go solar in the area. We're a local company. We've been in business for 5 years, veteran-owned and operated. All of our contractors are are local companies, well-established in the industry. And we don't have to convince our clients to go solar. We really just kind of lay it out and help them make an informed decision.
If someone calls today, says, I want solar, how long till they're going?
Most people between 3 and 6 weeks.
Pretty amazing. Okay, you guys heard it from Chris Moran right here. You want to go solar? Give Solar Negotiators a call. What's the number?
844-OWN-SOLAR.
I'm not going to put you on the spot today and make you sing.
Oh, man, that was funny.
Thanks for coming by, Chris. You guys make sure you stick around because coming up next, live music from Nathan Hinojosa. You won't want to miss it.